Hey, what's up guys? The rank 115 player in the world is using this new high IQ strategy to outplay and outsmart all of the meta. Miner, wall breakers, spear goblins, and bats are some of the most obnoxious cards in the game. When you're constantly spamming them at your opponent, you're gonna have openings for a tremendous amount of damage. Whether it's the spear goblins consistently chipping your opponent down and making them spend extra elixir, or the miner plus bats hitting away with huge damage. And we can't forget about the wall breakers that do some of the highest damage for only 2 elixir. When the speedy and slippery sirs are tanked for by the evolved knight and miner, they often slip on through and give you game-winning damage, while opponent's damage dwindles down to nothing in the face of the Royale delivery, evolved knight, and Tesla. Cheap cycle decks like this one are often intimidating to play because there's a lot going on. You have to make a ton of decisions and make them quickly. When you master the precise placements and timings like the rank 115 player in the world, you're gonna get out of this world efficiency. It's time to get a bit better at Clash Royale and assert dominance. Thanks to everyone that's using credit code SirTag to make all the daily videos possible. This guy's got the pixelated barbarian banner, one of my favorite banners in the game. That was from the first season that Clash Royale released all the banners in the game as a massive update. I don't know if you guys remember that. Anyway, we're gonna go for wall breaker, split him up. He's gonna go barbarians, and he's also gonna have a cannon cart. So typically whenever we play against a deck like this, I want to go in for a knight directly on top of the cannon cart because I don't necessarily trust the cannon cart, and I have a lot more time to deal with the barbarians, but the cannon cart can lock onto my tower, so I want to deal with that guaranteed with the knight. Bats, they could get zapped away, raged away, and then the cannon cart would lock onto my tower, and that would be miserable for me. That's the reason why I decided to go and allocate the bats on the other side, where it's like, you know, the barbarians are super slow. I have a ton of time to deal with them. Okay, he's going to activate King Tower. Well played. Whenever someone knows how to do that, you got to give them respect, because activating King Tower against wall breakers is the toughest King Tower activation in the entire game. All right, the bats will probably lock onto the tower before the magic archer hits all of them. Nice. So I'm going to poison on top of the magic archer. It's dead. So that's going to be a 4-for-4 trade. Tons of tower damage. Well worth it. Maybe I can start to go for Teslas on defense and just see if our opponent's going to be trying to spam us with a win condition. He hasn't done much yet. He's just chilling, relaxing, vibing, and going for Archer Queens in the back. So I'm going to Spear Goblins. You see Magic Archer and Archer Queen, which is really unorthodox. Most of the time, it's just going to be one range card. And then you're like, oh, okay, I can just save my poison and Royal delivery for that and not have to worry about anything else. Oh, wow. We're going to drop our knight super far away. And then I think I'm going to go bats on the cannon cart. And then we should be okay. I think we're okay. Maybe we're not okay. As long as the Archer Queen doesn't do too much damage, we can go and pull the rest of his barbarians. And then, I thought the Archer Queen would still stay alive. I don't know why I dropped those Spear Goblins. Spear Goblins are left without a home, but the wall breakers were home wreckers. They did a lot of damage there. All right, cool. We're in a calculative position. As long as he doesn't Magic Archer on top of this miner, totally fine. Looking at a weird spot in the game. The Spear Goblins, biggest misplay that I've done all day, but it is what it is. Anyway, you're allowed to make some misplays with the fast cycle deck. It's a pro deck that you can't make as many misplays with, but because of the efficiency with your cards, you are allowed to make a few. Thing with Golem is if you make one bad Golem, then the game is over, right? Because if you think about it from that perspective, it's 8 elixir, so you can't afford to make those many bad plays. But with Spear Goblins, you're allowed to make a couple, right? Here and there. You just can't mess up an intricate placement on defense. All right, so we can go for a poison because the Evolved Knight is going to be able to put that cannon cart into the danger zone. I wish the poison was able to clip more of the Royal Ghost, but it's okay. We can cycle a Knight here instead. Going for a Tesla, just pre-plant it and get ready for our opponent's spam. Going for a Magic Archer counter with the bats and then also the delivery. And then, yeah, I think we can go for Miner as well. Why isn't he spamming me? I really thought he would. I thought that this guy would be more of a scandalous sir, spamming in every direction. The pre-poison on the Barbarians was clutch. And then we can start to go in for a delivery again. Is that actually just going to decay and do nothing for me? It's demoralizing to watch a Tesla do nothing. So fortunately, we are going to get our money's worth at the end. Can even go in for a poison with the miner. The miner just needs one hit on the tower. One simple shovel slap is all I need. Poison's ticking down, and we walk away with a win. Let's go, guys. That's a glorious W. And we're digging our way up the leaderboard to 8,100 in the world. Hey, what's up, Edwin? So he's a part of the Dark family. Let's see what dark tactics and sorcery he's got cooking. So he's not brewing anything in the back. He's just going to chill and lackadaisically chill. I think we can go for a miner here for the wall breaker to connect on top of the Inferno Dragon and the tower at the same time. Let's go, wall breaker. You know you want to. Yes, sir. Wait, it didn't hit the Inferno Dragon. It's fine, though. He's going to balloon me. So he's practically all-inning with all of his elixir right now. I can sense it. We're going to get our bats down here. Make sure if he goes in for a freeze, he's not able to hit everything at once. Then we'll delivery to dominate on top of the Inferno Dragon. Wow. That was an abysmal offense for our man. He was not able to accomplish anything with that. I thought he would at least get the bomb damage on our tower from the balloon, but not even that. Okay, so since we see Inferno Dragon and Barbaro, I expect it to be, you know, the balloon freeze stack with Tornado and then also Bowler and then maybe a baby dragon. So I'm just going to split up our wall breakers. It's going to be harder for him to activate King Tower with that. Maybe we can go for a miner. No king tower available. So if you don't have tornado, I can do this. Dropping the miner in the back is safer. The Electro Dragon will give us king tower activation if I want it, which I think I should take. So typically what I do against Electro Dragons is I'm going to wait for the first shot to happen, and then I know that there's going to be a second shot, so we're going to calibrate our knight with that, and let's go. So if you didn't know, the Electro Dragon, when it's full HP, will do 3 shots on the tower, and then you have to eyeball it if it's not going to have full HP. I knew it was going to get 2 shots, so I didn't want the knight to take the first shot for no reason. It would take 2 shots total when I only had to take 1 in that instance. Preserving the knight HP is because he means a lot to me, you know? He's a chivalrous sir, and we respect him. So maximizing our positive elixir trades is what we try to do out here. Even if it's simple, like 1 Electro Dragon hit, it might be the difference between keeping the knight alive and then winning the game. You never know. Also, the king tower activation is going to come in clutch. The balloon's not going to get any damage, and the Inferno Dragon is stifled and stopped. Okay, let's go in for wall breakers again. Just want to keep up the pressure. It's fun doing this. He's going to go Barbarial, totally fine. We can go for Miner plus Bats. We can also go in for Knight, Miner plus Bats. But we need a little bit more elixir for that. We need to end up having, I don't know, 8 elixir. So let's just wait a little bit. Let's go Knight, Miner, Bats. Please, Knight tank for everything. The Bats can lock in the tower. No, it's not happening. Okay. The Buller's going to knock everything back too. Jeez. All right, I'm going to Poison just for some extra damage on the tower because it's going to be hard to break through otherwise. We go for our Tesla here. If the Lumberjack dies on his side of the map, no rage value. Beautiful. Wait, the Tesla is not showing. Wait, the Tesla's not showing, but it still went towards the Tesla. That was so weird. You guys see that? The Tesla wasn't popped up with its animation, yet it was treated like it was popped up. We'll take it. We popped off. All right, we're going to go in for a Poison. Might be able to kill the Inferno Dragon or the Bowler. I don't necessarily know, but that's how we're going to try to make it happen. Always trying to trade elixir for damage because this deck is so freaking good. All right, especially since we have Royal Delivery, we have the ability to trade for more damage than most decks would be able to. Because the Royal Delivery will clean everything up a little bit, cost more effectively. We're going to go for Tesla here. I bet he goes opposite side. We've got Bats. We've got other stuff, so it's not the end of the world. We're going to go for a Miner here. Love to continue to spam. Going to go for our Poison so we can get some extra damage. So the Electro Dragon potentially is a problem. I don't think that it's going to be the end of the world, but we'll see. We'll see. We're going to Royal Delivery and Knight, and then he might go for a Tornado and try to use the Bowler. Yeah, that's exactly what he did. Go for a Miner. Doesn't have Tornado in cycle, so we should have dropped that in the back, but it's totally okay. We can go and pull back the Inferno Dragon with our Wall Breakers, and then we can go in for another Tesla here on top of the balloon. Wait, did the balloon get pulled? It does get pulled. Beautiful. And then we just Poison. Haha, got him. Oh, man. Lumberjack Balloon Freeze players, when they lose, they always give out the Toxic Emo. It's like the Laughing Goblin. This guy is... You're turning into the Joker. Slowly but surely, he is descending into chaos. And now he's silent. He's a very silent sir. Throwing his phone away in utter dismay. Yo, what's up, Kraft? He finished 450 in the world. So, we were playing against a talented sir. So, our Spear Goblin's talent is always catching you off guard. Oh, come on. It's like I revealed a magic trick, and then it just completely flopped. Anyway, we're going to be able to get our Bats down, and he's going to kite him with the Skeletons, right? Oh, he missed it. That's huge. We get a Knight, and then I think the Hog Rider only gets 1 hit on the tower. So if I go for Wall Breakers, maybe the Giant Skeleton is going to be preoccupied and won't lock onto what he wants. Okay, yeah. I mean, the Wall Breaker might even connect to the tower right now. I bet you it does. He has to log 1 Wall Breaker. That's so tilting. He took damage on the right-hand side from the other one. That's great. They ended up dropping a negative trade and taking damage. We like those. All right. We're going to go for a Miner in the back since we see that it's going to be a Hog Rider deck. And whenever you play against Hog Rider, you know for a fact, hey, my opponent doesn't have Tornado, so I don't have to worry about him activating King Tower with the Miner in the back. That's what we try to do here. He goes in for his own Hog. We could go in for a Tesla, and we're going to drop it here, 1 tile down. If you drop it in this placement, when he goes in for a Hog Rider Earthquake, he can't hit the tower. I'm just going to drop it here. You guys can watch. Oh, I actually dropped it slightly off to the side. I meant to drop it like in the middle. My bad. That was really unfortunate. We will show you the correct placement in the next one. I promise. I'm an absolute failure. Oh, man. That was embarrassing, guys. I can't even fib. That shook me a little bit. So, we'll show you guys the correct Tesla placement after this. Glad that he has Earthquake to show you what happens when you do the wrong placement. Now we'll do the correct one right here. This one. Now he can't Earthquake. He's going to pre-Earthquake and he's not going to hit anything. It's going to be funny. The Skeletons are dead. That's good. I wonder when he goes in for the Hog Rider. It's going to happen eventually. We're just playing a little bit of a waiting game, chilling, having the Animal Crossing music going on. Yeah, watch. Okay. That's what I meant. Notice how the Hog Rider gets fully countered by the Tesla. He drops 7 elixir. We drop 4. We get a good trade. That's all we wanted to have happen. We have simple needs. Our stupidity kind of showed you the dichotomy between good and bad. But maybe it was good for educational purposes. Probably not, but we're just going to say that anyway. So we're going to poison on skeletons just so the miner stays alive a little bit longer. And just to get damage, right? Since we're up a bit, we can afford to do that. We can go for spear goblins in the back right. And then we can go for a knight as well. Maybe even go for royal delivery. I wonder what he's going to do. If he just continuously Hog Rider, he's like, go for a really high Tesla right now. Just so we don't mess up the placement. Doesn't necessarily matter that much. Go miner wall breakers. The knight's going to go directly towards the queen. He doesn't have a good answer to the spear goblins because he just used this log. And we can continuously poison if we want to, but we want to poison on the evolved skeletons if possible. Go for bats here. Let's go for royal delivery. Let's clean up the Hog Rider. You know, if you have to, you can always drop bats on defense because the earthquake does not kill them. All right, let's poison and kill the bomb tower that way. Guaranteed to get value. Let's miner in front. Expect him to try to go in for skeletons eventually, but yeah, we're catching him. That is so good. Sometimes it's like the mind games. Does the miner lock onto the tower or not? And if it does, you get really good value. All right, we're going to go in for spear goblins. We're going to immediately go for bats, and then we can go for wall breakers to go and pull that back. Oh, I messed that up. I thought that was an archer queen for a second, and I got way more freaked out. Anyway, we do have the evolved knight to clean up, and then we can go for a poison. He can't catch this. You can't stop the miner. And then the bats are going to lock on a tower. So definitely not my best game of my life, but with the bats coming through, I think we can just poison them out. And that's the reason that we love miner poison so much. You don't have to be the best player in the world. You can just cycle miner poisons and win at some point. So that's how we roll. We're going for the earthquake counter with the Tesla, and then we're going to go for our poison. And we dropped the Tesla the wrong spot again. It's okay. No one knows. Because he did an earthquake. He did an earthquake. I refuse to lie to you guys. I'm not going to say it's the correct spot. It was definitely the wrong one. Oh my gosh. If you've got fat fingers like me, you're still going to walk away with wins. Great stuff beating the top 450 player in the world with Hog Rider Earthquake. Even with slightly suboptimal placements, we crafted a counter to a top ladder player. And we've pushed up to 5,800 in the world. Hey, we got to give me some spicy sir. He's a lone wolf though, but we come in packs, man. We got a lot of big cards. We go for spear goblins immediately. He's going to go for a log. That's fine. Whenever I see log, I'm thinking fast cycle deck. Probably not going to be something with tornado unless it's magic archer, miner wall breakers. Skeletons, earthquake is not going to be a possibility anymore after seeing the elixir collector, so I don't know. I mean, I'm just going to go for a poison here. Whenever we see our opponent having this type of deck with a knight and then log and skeletons, I bet you it's going to be an expo deck. It has to be expo, in my opinion.
My professional opinion, homie has got expo.
So we're going to go wall breakers, go and kite back the knight. Even if he goes in for a log, doesn't matter. Now we can go spear goblins with the knight at the river and then go for a miner because he doesn't have a good spear goblins answer. He can have hunter. Okay. It could be 3 musketeers. It really could. I haven't seen someone that's run a hunter expo deck. It's usually going to be archer queen instead just because it does a little bit more damage and has an overpowered ability and gives a 3-card cycle. But maybe this guy is going to be playing differently. We'd have to go royal delivery if he was going to go for an expo. Then we would immediately go for our Tesla. But I don't think he's going to do that. He doesn't seem like that type of dude. All right, we can go for a knight, and then we can go in for spear goblins again and just continuously apply pressure. Reason that we're doing this is we want his elixir to be as low as possible so he doesn't have a good answer to the miner. The miner locks onto the tower. Let's go! That's so good. It locks right onto the collector. That is huge. And we get the evolved skeletons too, so he wastes a bunch of elixir. He is not happy about that. We can go... I don't think we have to do anything. I think the evolved skeletons just die. Unless he's going to go in for some type of small spell to lower down my tower's attack speed or freeze, we're fine. So I'm not going to overspend elixir. All right. One of the wall breakers might connect if he dropped the fire speed a little bit later, but he didn't. He dropped it pretty early. All right. We can do this. We can go for an evolved knight. Yeah, let's go evolved knight here. Go for miner, and then maybe the evolved knight plus bats. I don't know. I'm feeling evolved knight plus bats. He's going for skeletons and always missing. That's what we love. I love it. Oh, man. The evolved knight's not going to be able to do too much. It's just a 3-for-3 trade, washing away with his knight. Man, this guy's playing so boringly. All right, Tesla. Yeah, sure. We can go in for spear goblins here. 4-for-4 trade with a hunter. Not the worst, not the best. Maybe going for a poison. I don't want to. I'd rather go for a miner. And then I want to go in for, like, wall breakers and bats. That's the strategy here. We're going to go wall breakers. We're going to go bats. Going to tank a little bit. Going for a spear goblins. Totally fine if you want to evolve as many skeletons as you want. Not going to matter. It's okay. It's not going to hit my tower. We're not scared. Not even in the slightest. Bat with a carry. All right. We're going to get probably wall breakers again because he can't go in for anything besides like a hunter and then a log. And maybe he doesn't even hit the wall breakers. Yo, he doesn't. He doesn't. The wall breakers might connect. Yes, sir. That's what I'm talking about. He's tilted. He's so tragically tilted. He's looking at the game. He's like, how did those break through my hunter? That should never happen. All right. We're going to keep going. Tesla is okay. Ooh, this is not great. Let's go for wall breakers, though. Let's go Tesla afterwards. Maybe if the bats plus Tesla can kill the Expo, we're not screwed. Especially with the evolved Knight tanking. So we can soak up a lot of damage for that. Then we can go Spear Goblins. Tesla's just going to stop him from going for an Expo for an eternity. He's like purgatory right now. You can't do it, sir. All right, cool. We're going to go in for a poison on top of the skeletons and the Ice Spirit, depending on what he wants to drop. It's fine. And then we can just spam more stuff, right? Like we can just keep going in for like Knight here, eat the Hunter because it doesn't matter. Going for Spear Goblins, going for Bats, going for Miner inside corner, then going for probably a poison. So then when he goes in for Skeletons, they're just going to die and the Miner takes out the tower. Light work, Miner. Shovel down the tower. You don't have a squeaky shovel. You hitting hard. You hitting big damage out here. Fun win. It's always exciting destroying Expo. Like, subscribe for more daily videos, and have an amazing rest of your day.